Hello, are we ready for our next story for our Church in the Inbox? Well, if so, get yourself comfy and it's time for story time. So today's story is called Food for Thought. You like a good bit of food? Yeah, me too. So here we go. If you lived in Israel a couple of thousand years ago, you'd have to put up with Romans running the show. Now, they weren't all bad. Some of them even brought into the Jewish religion and way of life. One of them, called a Roman army captain called Cornelius, worshipped God and helped the Jewish poor people. Now God appeared to him in a vision and told him to send some men to fetch a guy called Simon Peter, who was staying in the seaside town of Joppa. Now Cornelius dispatched 3 of his men to go get him, and as they drew near to Joppa, Simon Peter went and had a vision all of his own. A vision like a dream in this story case. Now see, Simon Peter was on his roof and he was praying when he felt a little bit peckish. Tummy rumbles. Do I need a snack? Do I need my lunch? Not told what, but we're told he got peckish. I think we can all sympathise with him in that one. So while his food was being prepared for him, God served up a really weird vision. Now, are you ready for this? It was a really large sheet being lowered down from heaven. So it looked like a banana or like a hammock. That's probably a better picture, I suppose. And it was chock-a-block of all the kinds of animals that the Jewish people could not eat. You see, they had certain laws which you can find way back in the Old Testament telling them what they can and cannot eat. Then God shocked Simon Peter by telling him, go and eat. Peter point blank refused. No, God. The law which we follow as Jewish people tells me I can't eat any of that. But God being God, he wasn't going to be put off by Simon Peter saying no. Repeated. Go eat. There's food there for you. Now in fact, he ended up instructing Peter to do this 3 times. That number 3 appears quite a few times, doesn't it, in our stories? But 3 times repeating it to make sure Peter got the message. Next thing happens, Cornelius' men arrive, knocking on the door, bang, bang, bang. Now, Simon Peter could have been really, really worried at this point because these guys were Romans. He may not have known who they were. And bear in mind, we're at the period of time, as we've seen with some of our other stories, that the Romans and people were arresting the disciples and throwing them in prison because they didn't like what they were saying. But anyway, back to our story. Cornelius' men knocked on the door, and Simon Peter heard them out, heard what they had to say, and agreed to return with them to see their master. Now here's another thing about some of the Jewish laws. See, their master Cornelius was what they call a Gentile, a non-Jewish person by birth. And the religious laws of the day forbade Jewish people, so did not allow Jewish people from visiting non-Jewish people and sitting down and eating with them. So here's Peter going to this house, albeit somebody who was following some of the Jewish religion, but he still wasn't a Jew by birth. And Peter actually realised partly what God was trying to show him in his vision. God wanted to show him that everything was going to change. Because of Jesus, everything changed. All the old rules, all the old laws about sacrifices, can this, can't that, do this, don't that, changed. God was for everyone, not just the Jewish people. People like you, me, people right across the world. And God's love and salvation was for all of them. no matter where they came from. No favourites, no ifs, no buts. There's way more to this story than that, and you might need to find it in a version like The Message, perhaps, to help understand it, because there's quite a lot of long words and big language in it, but it's well worth reading. So go get your Bible, go find Acts chapter 10, and most of chapter 10 is this story. But if you specifically go to about verse 43, 44 to about 48, and you'll see how this story ended up and what God did in the end when Simon Peter went to visit Cornelius in his house. Right, there's no craft this week, but there's loads of activities around this story. I am preparing your summer care pack, and that will be out to you very soon. And look out for the next Church in Your Inbox. There'll be one a week during the summer. May not come on a Sunday, but they will still keep coming. Have a great summer. Speak to you, see you very soon. Till next time.